That is the situation as we've been following this over the last hour, and it's been about an hour and a half since that first report of shots being fired near Colfax and Verbena. We do now know of 5 victims in all, 1 dead and 4 more who were shot in the hospital, and 3 of those are in critical condition. 1,
we believe, is stable at this time, non-life-threatening injuries, but a total of 5 people at this time.
A very descriptive account of what may have taken place just a little after 2:15 this afternoon, just given by Commander Matt Clark, about a car pulling up on that group of 5. 3 men getting out and opening fire, getting back in the car, and then heading east before they then decided to change cars, making that change apparently near 12th and Yosemite. So this scene continues to play out. Many of the questions were about the violent weekend, about the violent temperature, a lot of it in this area.
Yes, and also when DPD was asked about what's a possible motive for this, it's not clear at this time. They also don't have any clarity at this point if the victims and the suspects knew each other in this shooting. They said the victims were standing on the side of the road.
Yeah,
these people drove by and started shooting at them.
So this is the scene again. Sky 9 has been over it for the better part of an hour now, giving us a look at Denver police continuing their investigation, trying to put together the forensic side of this as they also try to figure out where these 3 suspects may be at this point. They did tweet out that picture of the car. But again, this is the area. You can see that red dot there. It's about halfway on Colfax between 225 and Colorado Boulevard. And it is just what started to be a Verbena and the corner of Colfax right there. Again, police have now tweeted out this second vehicle, a photograph of a black SUV that they consider something they may be looking for, a second vehicle, not the one that was involved in the initial start of the shooting, but the one that they think the suspects may have gotten into at 12th and Yosemite. We want to get out to Cole Sullivan, who's been following this story and joining us now with the latest.
Tom, that briefing that just concluded, we learned of the 5 victims, 1 person has died, an adult male here on the scene. The commander of the DPD says that 2 adult men and 1 adult woman were taken to nearby hospitals as a result of this shooting. 3 are in critical condition. 1 is stable with non-life-threatening injuries, they said. Homicide detectives are here on the scene, and as you heard, they're still looking for a vehicle that may have been involved in all of this. And they said that this happened as Jenny was just describing. You could see, they've heard from witnesses that people were standing on the side of the street by this convenience store that's out behind me, and a car drove up, stopped on Colfax. 3 people got out, DPD says, and began firing with handguns at that scene. They say that the 3 people then got back into the car, drove off to another nearby intersection at 12th and Yosemite, and got into a different car. That's the car that they've released a photo of that they're looking for at this point in time, and they've released that photo as well. Detectives still here on scene talking to witnesses. Colfax likely to be closed for a long time. Interestingly, the officers' response initially began because of a shot spotter call. They got an alert that there were shots fired in this area before 911 was even called. As they responded to this scene, DPD says that's when they began getting 911 calls, and they were on scene within minutes of those calls. The commander of DPD says that he does not have a motive yet at this point, nor clear descriptions of those 3 suspects, but says officers will release that information as soon as they have it. Tom and Jenny.
All right, Cole Sullivan, of course, we'll get back to you as soon as there is more to report. A very fluid situation. Denver police still trying to sort out exactly what did happen and what they can do about it now. But there is other news of the day as well. We move over to the west side of town in Lakewood, where police say the apartment fire that killed a mother and her 10-year-old daughter early yesterday morning was intentionally set. Detectives believe that 2 boys are responsible.
9 News reporter Noel Brennan joins us with some new information on this case this afternoon. Hi, Noel.
Hey, Jenny. Lakewood police say they have arrest warrants for those 2 boys. Detectives aren't releasing their names or their ages right now, but they say the warrants are for first-degree murder and first-degree arson. This afternoon, we also learned that 31-year-old Kathleen Payton and her daughter, 10-year-old Jasmine Payton Aguayo, were the 2 who died in the fire. Flames erupted from that apartment complex yesterday near 9th and Sheridan at 4:15 in the morning. 10 people were hurt, including a family of 3 who jumped from the 2nd floor to escape the flames. Kathleen and Jasmine, who goes by Jazzy, did not make it out. I spoke with Kathleen's niece and nephew this afternoon. Ayana and Elijah Valdez say they've learned at a young age that life is short. They miss their loved ones, and they remember their sweetness.
Jazzy, she'd be so happy when she'd seen us. Every time we come over, she'll come hug us immediately. She'll drop whatever she's doing and come hug us.
They're just full of joy and sweetness and everything. There was nothing bad about them.
Jazzy was a fourth grader at Dean Elementary School in Lakewood. Her principal sent home a letter to students and parents saying, in part, quote, "Jazzy was a kind soul, an amazing friend to her peers, and her beautiful smile lit up the room." Guys, the principal went on to say that Jazzy is loved and she's missed.
Yeah, she certainly is. All right, Noel, thank you.
Taking a look outside today, you see the cloud cover there, but for most of the metro area, it has been sunny and very warm as we kick off November. So let's get over to Kathy Sabin, talk more about this start to the new month.
Oh, it was a beautiful day, Tom, with mostly sunny skies along the Front Range and just a few high clouds coming in late in the day, an indicator that there is a storm on the way. We say hello to the month of November with sunshine and 70s, great travel weather, but it's going to start to snow in the high country by tomorrow afternoon. These numbers for the start of November are some 10, almost 15 degrees warmer than average. The heat spreading into Nebraska and Kansas, where temperatures are close to 80 degrees. It's weird, and we need the moisture. We really do, and it's coming in the form of high and mid-layer clouds for now. The main system bringing the snow to the Sierra Nevada mountain range will dig in and come into Colorado as two pieces of energy. Ahead of it, elevated fire danger. A red flag warning, a fire weather watch that's out due to gusty winds, the warmth, the low relative humidity. And then we're going to shift over to winter weather and travel advisories as the mountains brace for up to a foot of snow. And some of that snow will develop right here in Denver on Thursday afternoon. Not this afternoon, though. We've got 74 in Denver. Temperatures sliding into the 60s after sunset. And in Maine, weather coming up in just a few minutes. After a cool, dry evening and a mild start to November, we've got snow in the Denver forecast. So Jenny and Tom, we're going to talk all about that in detail, the timing and accumulation forecast in just a bit.